Hi there folks, welcome to Dunsy's Guitar World. Welcome to another enthralling Friday fun stuff, FFS. Occasionally we might say, for f***'s sake, but that's not the sort of thing I do. So anyway, today's indoctrination lesson is the subject of hoarding. The hoarding of musical equipment, just the hoarding of music in general, and whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. So, as well as hoarding guitars here, and guitars here, and guitars there, I have a load of CDs, some access of area laminates. I also have all this vinyl up to the roof there, down to the ceiling. So I have all that, but the one thing you never see in any of my videos is up there, right on top of that wardrobe, along with a couple of guitars and something else I'm going to be making a video on up there. So up there, all these boxes, how many is that? Six of them that way, and there's two that way. Now, I probably haven't opened these for about 5 or 6 years. In those boxes are live recordings on CD. So today's Friday fun stuff is I'm going to take a couple of these boxes down and have a look through them, see what we can find, see what gems are in these boxes that I have not opened for about, I don't know, 5, 6, maybe even 10 years. Live recordings, where did it start for me? Well, I guess it'd be when I was taping things off the Friday Rock Show. You know, in the early 80s they would broadcast things like the Tigers of Pantang, Saxon and stuff like that, and you'd record it on your little stereo like an Amstrad. You'd record it on that in the house on like a TDK C60 or C90, and there was also the Midnight Rock Show on Radio Clyde up here in Scotland. I was lucky because I lived in between Edinburgh and Glasgow, so I could pick up Radio 4's Rock Show, Radio Clyde and Radio 1. So I would record all these concerts that were being broadcast. And then when I looked in the back of Kerrang, there was people who had recorded things off the radio in America, and they were like wanting to trade live recordings with somebody in the UK, and they had like, I have stars at the Agora Ballroom in Cleveland, Ohio, looking for Saxon at the Glasgow Apollo, and I was like, what, brilliant. You'd write to someone in the back of Kerrang, you know, like the old days when you would send a letter with your list, with a handwritten list of all the recordings. I mean, I probably started with about 20 recordings or something like that, and you would send it off to somebody in America, and you just trade cassette tapes, and that went on for years and years and years. And then I started recording the gigs I was going to. I had like a small recording device I would keep hidden, because you weren't supposed to record live shows. And then in the early 2000s, the internet, people had access to the internet, and you would find people on old message boards who were trading CDs. It was on these CDs now. So same sort of thing, somebody would email you a list of CDs and you'd say, oh bro, he's got whatever it was, he's got Angel live in San Antonio and he's looking for Diamond Head live in Birmingham. Oh, brilliant. So what happened there was my wife came home from work and she needs to use the living room. So here I am, back in the music portion of the house. So there they are, 4 boxes. I used to label some of them like L2M, but I'm prepared to bet a significant amount of money it's not just L2M that's in that box. So let's have a look at the first one. This one here. Don't know what's in it, no idea what's in it. So let's just pull a few of these out. The Jayhawks. I recorded the Jayhawks in Edinburgh in 2000, I think, and Joan Jett recorded and swapped it with a few people. Priest. Right, so I'll hold them up as I go through them. Right at the beginning, what do we have? We have pull a few out, handful out. Pull these ones out. So what do we have? We have Hole, live at the Cow Palace in San Francisco, 1999. I would guess that's possibly a radio recording, maybe an FM broadcast. Then we have Husker Du. Please do focus on that. Husker Du, live in Madison, Wisconsin. Oh man, brilliant. Look at that set list. Early Husker Du, 84. Husker Du, London, 87. Idlewild, Scottish band Idlewild, live at Irving Plaza, New York, March 2003, and Idlewild. A few Idlewild ones. What a band Idlewild are, or were. Interesting but little known fact, I was in a band called Chickweed and we were on the same label, as Idlewild when we both did our first singles, and we did a record release together, Chickweed and Idlewild. Needless to say, I'm here doing videos in my spare room, and the guys in Idlewild are doing a whole lot better than that. Now we have Dunsy.com. I used to have my own website, Dunsy.com. Maiden, the Gaumont at Ipswich, May 1983. Milwaukee 81, Maiden. I think that's a radio broadcast, I think. What do we have here? Jaguar. I got to the stage I made covers for them all as well. God, Jaguar. There's Jaguar. Let's go a bit further in the box here. So they're in no great order. What do we have here? Priest at the Palladium, New York City. I think that's the one that I got on. Is that maybe the vinyl that I got recently? Oh, this is great. This was a radio broadcast. Hammersmith. Priest, Hammersmith 81. The Gaumont, Southampton. I think that's an audience recording. The Apollo. The legendary Glasgow Apollo in 1983. It's a whole bunch of Priest stuff. This one I recorded myself. I recorded Priest at the Edinburgh Playhouse in 1988. So that's my recording. There's a ton of Priest stuff. What would we go on to next? Then we're on to Junkyard. I've got a photograph of me and a couple of guys at the Junkyard. That was at a gig in Edinburgh about 5-6 years back. Junkyard. Tears Don't Mean a Thing. What a song. Cry. Tears don't mean a thing. What a band. Junkyard. I think this is on Spotify now. We're trying to practice. Now we get into indie stuff. The Kelly Deal 6000 from the Empty Bottle in Chicago, Illinois, 1997. More Kelly Deal as well. There's a bunch of Kelly Deal stuff. Let's get further on. What have we got here? Kicks. A few people have told me recently that Kicks are calling it a day. I've never seen Kicks. Can't you believe I've never seen Kicks? Whole bunch of covers on this. Look at the covers. Whole bunch of covers on there. Eh? My Sharona by the Knack. That'll be quite good. Kicks demos. Kicks Dallas 93. Kraken. I think that was one. I've still got some old cassettes as well. I think I transferred this from an old tape, an old cassette, to this CD, Kraken in Canada. Wayne Kramer, I recorded this myself. Focus on that. Bloody camera doesn't focus. What a gig this was. Wayne Kramer live in Edinburgh on the 8th of June 2003. Brother Wayne live in Edinburgh. Oh man, what a night. Crocus. We're on to Crocus, not Krampus, as Dee Snider would say. Crocus, whole bunch of Crocus stuff. Crocus. I think a lot of these are radio broadcasts. I mean, I prefer trading for radio broadcasts. What do we have here? Cooler Shaker. LA Guns, 2002. LA Guns. Oh, here's one I recorded myself. I took some pictures of this gig as well, actually, on the Renfrew Ferry on the 13th of April 2003. Who was playing guitar? It wasn't Tracy, it was Brent Muscat. Use a washing machine on spin cycle, like I say. This is not a professional production. This is just some old hoarder of music in his spare room talking about bootlegs. So how did we start this off? Yes, we asked the question, should you hoard stuff? Yes, of course you should. You would just be crazy to get rid of all this stuff. I mean, I haven't even opened these boxes 5 or 6 years, but I wouldn't throw them away. One day I might need to listen to the Scorpions. Who's that? The Scorpions live in 1979, an FM broadcast. So I can't throw any of this stuff away, because one day I'm going to need all this. As ever, folks, it's a privilege and a pleasure bringing you content on Dunsy's Guitar World. Cheers for now.